We're going to take your computer back in time when it worked on this hour of Call for Help.
I hope these people can help me with my computer. A technician will be with you in 4 hours.
4 hours?
You can upgrade for just $5,000.
What?
The Universal Serial Config Board should be set to ID 6.
I need that in plain English. Help!
Leo Laporte at Call for Help. May I help you?
May I help you? I'm so polite on that. May I help you? Not like the real me. Hi, how are you? Welcome. It's good to see you. It's time for Call for Help. I'm Leo Laporte. This is the show where we help you with your personal technology, whether it's a computer, a PDA, an MP3, a cell phone. What is there anything we can't help people with, Andrew?
Snacks.
Snacks, can't help you with that. You're on your own.
Yeah.
Andrew Walker of cyberwalker.com and the lovely Monica Latanwa of... Do you have a website yet?
No.
You're going to get one?
I'm working on it.
We should make that be part of the Amber's Web Workshop. Is get Monica a website.
DesignMonicasMinute.com.
There you go.
What would you like? If you had a website, what would you put on it? Pictures of your kitties? You're a dog person, aren't you?
I'm both, actually.
You're both.
Yeah, I've got a dog and
a
cats.
cat?
Yeah.
So would you put pets, or no, you wouldn't do that?
No, probably not.
No, what
Just
would you
maybe
put on
stuff
there?
I'm interested in, games. And...
Ex-boyfriends.
No, that's a different site. You know, there should be, and there probably is, and I probably shouldn't even say this URL, an exboyfriends.com, where you could put, like, ugly pictures of your exes.
I've heard about that.
Like, they really look terrible. There used to be a delivery service, deadflowers.com.
Check that.
There's also a service where you can break up with people. You email, you get on the site.
Somebody will write you an email for it.
You pay them, and they actually break up with somebody for you.
Really,
so, yeah.
There's times I could have used that.
That's right.
Don't want to do it yourself. No. Are you looking at that?
Yeah.
I bet you are. Ex-boyfriend. If not, we should register and create it. Exboyfriends.com.
Oh, it's there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
That's not a good
Usually,
site.
I'm always hesitant to just type in random URLs on the internet.
Whoops.
Not a good idea. Coming up on today's show. No, we just told everybody how to get there. What do you do if your system crashes? Andy's going to save the day. Actually, Windows will save the day.
Yeah, I'm going to take you back in time. That's one of my favorite features of XP because Windows is so hard to use.
Yeah.
It's nice because if you mess it up, you can just kind of go back in time and put it back the way it was.
Boy, I wish I could do that in real life.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice? Plus, our office expert, Jim Sanderson's back to tell us all about Microsoft Excel, the spreadsheet program.
Excellent.
I got it.
Oh.
I got it.
Punster, monster
Yeah.
punster.
And Monica's going to tell us how to block flashes. Flashes. What are you going to tell us how to block?
I don't know. The way this
I got an idea.
Going.
Let's take a call.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a netcam caller.
Yes, we do. I think I
We've
see
got
him.
Brandon from Nazareth, Pennsylvania.
I see his shining face
Hi,
over
Brandon.
here on the big screen. Brandon, how are you, sir?
Good, how about yourself?
Oh, he just disappeared.
Oh.
He was there a second ago. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Brandon! Welcome back, Brandon.
Magic.
Isn't that amazing? Live via webcam. So what's the weather like there today?
It's overcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that where the Andretti's are from?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
they're closing down the Nazareth Speedway.
No.
Yeah, they just had their last race there a few months ago.
Our producer, Vac, is a huge, he did directed races for years. Formula One, did a lot of Formula One. So he's the one who told me the Andretti's. I don't really know that. He
It was
knew.
cool, 'cause
He said,
they
oh,
used to
yeah, that's
go
where the
trick or
Andretti's are.
treating there, and they used to give you Andretti candy bars.
Well, what can I do to help you today, Brandon?
Well, I'm trying to network my PC and my Mac together. I've gotten it to the point where I can access my PC from my Mac, but I can't access my Mac from my PC.
Really? That's usually the easier part of the two. So you first, of course, have to, on your PC, in fact, let me go over to my PC and make sure we've got something shared. You
Yes.
can't see your PC from your Mac, am I right?
No, I can see my PC from my Mac.
You can't see your Mac from your
I can't
PC?
see my Mac from my PC.
Okay. Well, we'll go back to the PC and we'll show you how to see your Mac.
Okay.
My Mac is up there. It's on the same network as my PC is. And now the nice thing about OS 10, you're using OS 10, right?
Right, yeah, I'm using
The
Panther.
OS 10 has built into it something called Samba, which is an emulator of the Microsoft LAN manager, which means that to a Windows machine, the Mac looks just like another Windows machine on the network, which is great. On the other direction, sometimes it's a little tricky to see the Windows machine, but you figured that out. You just shared a folder on the Windows machine, and you browsed the network with your Mac, and there it was. It popped up. Couldn't make it much easier. You must be a Mac user, because that's the hard part.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can get the Windows now to behave, looking at the Mac. So now, we just did it over there, Andy. And the only issue is I'm not sure if this machine and this machine are on the same network. I got my PC under the desk here and my Mac under the desk here, so I'm not sure if this is going to work or not. The way Andy did it, which is kind of a simple way, if you know your IP address for your Mac on your network, your local IP address, you can just enter it in. Mine is 192.168.0.4. Hit the slash key. And literally, I did start run, and I'm just entering in that address, and that's supposed to just open it up, see?
Could be 1.1.4 because you're on the wired network now.
Oh, I changed my IP address. You know what I have to do is I have to go back to my Mac. As long as we're going to do this, we might as well show them how to do it.
Yeah.
Go back to my Mac and figure out what my IP address is. Easiest way to do that is go to System Preferences. You're right, I changed the network, didn't I? That's why it didn't pop up. Click the network panel, and you're right, I'm 1.106 now. Okay, I'm on 1.9, so there it is. There's my address right there on the built-in Ethernet. Okay, if you don't see it or you're on airport, you just double-click the way you're connected, click the Ethernet tab, and it will tell you, or the TCP/IP tab rather, it will tell you the IP address. So I'm 192.168.1.106. Okay, memorize that.
Okay.
You got that memorized, Brandon?
Yeah.
It's going to be different for you, but you're going to help me because I'm an old man. Okay, and I can't remember nothing. Okay, 1.106. All right, now I'm going to go back to my Windows machine, and we're going to see if we can get this browsing thing worked. This is a shortcut. I mean, yeah, see, it couldn't find it because I was the wrong address. This is a shortcut way to do it. It's kind of cool. Andy just taught me this. So, now, what was my address again? .1?
.106.
192.168.0.106.
.1.106.
All right.
There you go.
Let's see if he's got it right. So, now it's asking me for my username and password. That, unless you've shared stuff and set up a guest account, that will be an account that you've already got on OS X. So I'm going to enter in my normal login, how I get into OS X, right?
Right.
And there it is. There's Leo. There is, you see a lot of this dot stuff. You don't normally see it on the Mac, but those are hidden files on the Mac. But here's my documents. Here's all the files. All this stuff is in here.
That's cool.
Look at that, and it's on the network. So and here's a lot of pictures of our lovely team. There's Basil, Doug who did the lighting, Frank who got the network set up. There's Lorraine who's our CG operator. All the people in there. So that's how you do it. That's probably the easiest way to do it. And I didn't have to do anything special on the Mac. Oh, well, I did. One more thing I got to show you. I should have showed you this in the first place. There is one thing you have to do to the Mac. You have to allow turn on Windows file sharing. And you can do that by going to the sharing preference pane. And this is not on by default. Services, and you have to start Windows sharing right there. Just click that and press the start button.
Okay.
Okay, Brandon?
All right.
Now, once you do that, now I can see a PC, I can see a Mac. Because Samba is built into OS X, this, by the way, is with Panther, makes it much easier. Everything works, and it's just so much easier. And I have to applaud Apple for making that an easy thing to do. Okay, Brandon?
All right, excellent.
Hey, I thank you for the call.
Thanks.
Oh, and I thank you for the catch. I forgot I changed my network. See ya, Brandon! Say hi to the Mario and the boys when you get back to Nazareth. When we come back after this break, emergency system restoration, Andy the Man Walker is going to get ready to roll you back in time. You stay right here. How many times do I have to tell you that? Andy the Dancing Fool is here to tell us about a way to roll yourself back in time. Now, there was for a long time, and still around, Symantec sells it now, a program called Go Back, which is kind of a neat idea. It would run on your system, and anytime you made a change, it would memorize it. And at any point, you could say, go back in time, and it would take it back, even if you deleted files and all that stuff. The problem with Go Back is it used a lot of system resources, a lot of CPU cycles. The hard drive got full. Microsoft's, I think, done it one better.
They built it into Windows.
Yeah.
And they built it into Windows ME and XP.
And they only restore critical system files. They don't bother restoring all the things you've erased or deleted. They leave it up to you not to do that.
Right. And so, I mean, if you create a new data, that's what I like about it. You create a new data, you're not going to lose that great Canadian novel that you've just written.
Yeah, right.
When you system restore, it goes back to the way the system was, but it leaves your data alone.
Drivers are restored back to the previous settings, all the system files, your internet settings, all that goes back.
Yeah. So let's have a look at it, because it's one of my favorite features.
It's turned on by default, right?
It is turned on by default. So you're going to click on your Start button, and you're going to go to All Programs and Accessories, and you're going to find the System Tools folder, and we're going to click all the way at the bottom there to System Restore.
All right.
And it's a little program. Actually, that's pretty much, you walk through it. You can't really make a mistake with it for the most part. So I have two options here: restore my computer to an earlier time, or create a restore point. Now, in an emergency, I don't want to create a restore point. I want to go back. So I'm going to click Next, and I get a calendar. And the calendar is going to, in fact, I click through, into the past, going deep into previous configurations of my computer. I'm actually going to see system restore points that have been set, either by programs that have been installed, or I can actually go in and do it myself.
So you don't have to do it manually, though. It's automatically keeping track of stuff periodically.
At least once a day, right?
Okay.
So I can actually go back, several days, weeks, even months in some cases.
Not in this case, because this computer is only created like a few weeks ago.
Yeah. And you wouldn't want to do that anyway, because I mean, if the computer was running fine yesterday, you just want to go back a day.
Probably go back to the last good configuration.
Right. And in fact, what I tend to do is, before I do any kind of complicated change on my system, I make a restore point.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because
if you're not sure how it's going to mess the system up.
Yeah.
Now, one thing we should remember, Jim Sanderson, our office expert, pointed this out. You can be restoring spyware or antivirus or viruses that you have removed from your system. You could be putting them back.
Because, they're contained in the restore point.
They can be contained in the restore. So if you found a virus and you disinfect it, or you found spyware and you disinfect it, throw out all the old system restore points. Start from scratch, so that you don't accidentally take yourself back in time, back to a time when you were infected.
And then, run your updates again, like your antivirus updates again, and your anti-spyware updates again, and then run both of those programs.
Yeah, that's great.
Make sure it's nice and clean.
Yeah. So you can now. Sometimes I don't use this because I don't care if I mess up my system. I reinstall it. And I should point out that you can disable this if you decide that it's using too much hard drive space, or you can change how much hard drive space by clicking that System Restore settings. You can change its behaviors. You can disable it, or you can change the amount of hard drive it uses and things like that. Sometimes if you have problems with your system, turning off System Restore sometimes can also fix it. But it's a good idea for most people. Leave it on. And even set those restore points,
Well, and we had a caller recently who was asking about, she was running out of disk space.
Right.
Of course, those restore points take up a lot of data.
Take up space. You might examine them and see if you've got,
Once in a while, get rid of them all and just set a couple of new ones, as long as you're happy with the way the system's running. So
don't delete the one good one. Cool. Yeah. System Restore. Have you used it? Has it saved your...
Many times.
Really?
And my family. This is one of the key things that I teach as many people as I can. If they have Windows XP or ME, I teach them this thing, because it saves so many people so many
now
times.
I'm thinking of turning it back on. I turned mine off because but I reinstall. If I have a problem, I just start over again.
Right. And a lot of people do that. They reinstall and reformat and wipe out.
This will save you from that.
It really will.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to turn it back on. I've learned something. I think we all have, haven't we? Thank you, Andy.
You're welcome.
All right, it's time for our quiz of the day. Are you ready? Here we go. What does NTSC stand for? Let's see how smart you are. Northern Telecom Standards Committee, Never Twice the Same Color, National Television System Committee, or New Television Stereo Commission? Get to the website, give us the answer. We'll talk about it when Call for Help continues. Welcome back to Call for Help. Leo Laporte here, taking calls, helping you. Let's see if we get another one on the air. Monica's been searching through the mailbag. You found somebody good?
Yes, I did. We got Ann from Aguda Hills, California.
Oh, hi, Ann. How are you?
Hi, Leo. How are you?
Great. I'm so happy to be doing this show again.
Oh, well, I'm thrilled. I just wish we could see it here in California.
Oh, you will. It's just a matter of time. Do you listen to my radio show on KFI?
I do.
On the weekends?
Do.
Okay. Well, at least you get a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're on the show with us. That's wonderful. What can I do to help you?
Well, I've been having a problem with my monitor.
Okay.
It's uncomfortable to look at.
Ooh.
And it feels too bright and it flutters. And it's
You
an
can see
old,
you can see visible flickering.
Yeah, it doesn't roll, but it does feel like it refreshes or whatever it's called.
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. You said it's an older monitor?
It's an older monitor, and I have a new self-built computer on it.
Ah.
And it's only since I used the new computer that it feels uncomfortable.
Oh, that's interesting. All right, well, the settings might be wrong on the monitor. How big a monitor? 15 inches, 17, 19?
It's a 17.
Okay. One thing that sometimes is a problem is these older 14 and 15-inch monitors with the curvy screens really just don't look very good. And sometimes you get a good video card on there, and suddenly you realize, golly, that really, I need a new monitor.
Yeah, this is from about year 2000, and it's flat.
It's not that old. I want you to open your display control panel and go to settings. There are a couple of things I want you to look at. First of all, let's make sure you have the right monitor set in here.
Okay.
Very often on the new install, it'll choose, as it has here, default monitor. And I want you're not going to ever get the best optimal settings unless Windows knows what kind of monitor you have. So I just click the Advanced tab, and I'm going to Monitor. And you might want to, if it says default monitor, you might want to browse around and see if you can find a better driver for it. Okay.
It says Dell, it gives it a Dell P991.
Is that what it is?
Uh-huh.
Oh, good.
As far as I know.
Well, that's good. Sometimes looking on the back of the monitor, you can tell. But that's good. And for everybody, very often refresh and monitor resolution issues are caused by the fact that you just have the wrong monitor in there, and Windows just says, well, that monitor can only do this. Well, once you've got the right monitor, I want you to then go to the next setting below that and look at screen refresh rate. If this is 60 hertz, or even anything below really 75 or 85, it's too low. A 60 hertz monitor, you'll see visible flicker, especially if you work with there are any fluorescent lights, which also operate at 60 cycles. They may even interact and give you a painful headache. The higher the refresh rate on the monitor, the better looking that image is going to be. Now, that's why it's important, though, to have the right monitor definition in there. If you set that refresh rate too high for the monitor, you can actually blow it up.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, it won't. Well, it'll smoke. It won't work. So make sure you have and it sounds like you do, the right monitor's type, and then it'll offer you only refresh settings that are appropriate for that monitor type. You see, I have default in here, and it's offering me 200 hertz. And I guarantee you that if I set this refresh rate to 200 hertz, it would not work. In fact, it could damage the monitor. So let's get the right monitor and then choose the highest legal refresh rate. That'll help, I think, with the flickering.
Okay, great.
Now, the brightness is kind of, that's a little bit different. It depends on the video card. We have a GeForce 4 MX440 in here, and there are color profiles we can modify. There are lots of settings, but this is all specific to the card. So you put a pretty good, what kind of card did you put? Pretty good video card in there?
I put a Asus ATI 9600.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, that's a very nice card. That's a great card. You getting ready to play Doom or something? What?
No, it was a really good deal.
Yeah, that's a good card. In fact, we recommended that. For a long time, we recommended that as the best bang for your buck. It's under $200, and yet it's fast enough to play most of the most modern games. I like the 9600 a lot.
Yeah.
So I would, go into your control panel. And this is an NVIDIA card, so it's not going to look like this. You will have the ATI interface here, but you'll see that there are things you can set in there that maybe you couldn't have set with the basic, brightness controls on the front of the monitor. This is card specific, understand, not monitor specific. Now, it may be just that the monitor is so old that it's starting to, fail. That could be. The other thing I would check is make sure that the cable is good and you don't have a bad connection and it's not loose, it's not wobbly, things like that. But I think you can go a long way with proper settings.
Great.
Any thoughts on that, Andy? Do you ever use DisplayMate?
No, I don't. But I was just looking up the manual on the Dell support.dell.com, and it says the highest preset resolution is 1600 by 1200 at 85 hertz.
That's not too bad. I wouldn't run at that high resolution. On a 17-inch monitor, I probably wouldn't go more than 1200 by whatever the other one is, 800, something like that.
1280 by
1024. 1280 by 1024.
Yeah.
Well, what resolution are you running it at, Monica?
Ann?
Say again?
It's 1024 by 768.
Oh, well, that's low enough that you should be able to get a good high resolution.
I've got to wonder if she's having a problem with either her power or...
It sounds like it could be fluctuation of power.
Yeah.
Or just a flaky monitor. I would try those settings, Monica, and if it still doesn't work, you might want to take that monitor into the shop, okay? I mean,
Okay.
Ann. Monica's over there. Hey, thanks for listening.
Thanks, Leah.
All right, take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks for watching when you can. I know you can't yet, but you will soon. Hey, let's go on over and see what Monica's up to. It's our free file of the day. Hello, Basil. I just had to say hi to Basil as I walked by him. You know, we walk by Basil every day, and we never say hi. Hi, Monica.
Actually, if you want, you can call me Ann a couple of times and even things
Hi,
out.
sorry. Hi, Ann. I know, I'm confused.
Hey,
I'm just getting old.
Sorry, Ann.
My old age. What's our free file?
That was
today?
distracting him over here.
She was going, What's our free file?
Our free file for today is actually an extension for Internet Explorer.
Oh, okay.
You know, you're typing stuff up on Word or your email. You're pretty lazy because you know you can spell check after, right?
Right.
But on certain websites, let's say the forum on coffeeouttv.com,
yeah.
There's no way you can.
You can't change that, huh?
You can't.
Let me. You know, I want to make sure they're saying they're not seeing your computer. I don't know if we can fix this, but I'm gonna try. Can we fix that? Can you see it now? Can you hear me now? Can you see me now? All right.
Oh, hi. Hey.
What did Andy
Yeah,
just
you
do?
had
He
it?
said we
Put
had.
you on 2. No?
This is fun, isn't it?
Oh, you have it?
We. Well, Anyway, who cares?
so,
Just talk about the program. We don't have to see your
So
computer.
anyway, I'm sure you guys
You type
are
on a
familiar
message
with the
board.
form.
Yeah, you type it, and you don't.
Yeah.
There's no spell check.
There's no spell check. What are you
Right.
going to do?
What are you going to do? What will you do?
So you can download the program from iespell.com.
I love this program. That is a great program.
It's wonderful. I've actually been using it a lot.
It's a spell checker that works with Internet Explorer.
Yeah. So for forms like the one we have on callforhelptv.com, after filling it out, just go to Tools, hit IE Spell, and it's like a normal spell check.
It doesn't do the word underread, underline, and that kind of thing as you go. But you have to check it after the fact and see what's in it. Well, that's very cool. How much would IE Spell be?
Oh, gosh darn it, it's free.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Our free file today, you get more information about it and a link to download it at callforhelptv.com. Is there an echo in here? Coming up, having problems with excelling with Excel? Have no fear. Office expert Jim Sanderson got a primer for you. Or primer. He's going to tell you how to do it. When we continue, stay right here. We keep using that word. Nobody knows how to pronounce it. Is it primer?
Like
primer?
Yes.
Well, I looked it up, and it's primer. But I think nobody says primer.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe in Canada, maybe in Canada. Welcome back to Call for Help. If you need to puck up your spreadsheet skills for your hockey playing stats, maybe it's time to give Microsoft Excel a little ice time. How's that for Canadian references? Our office expert Jim Sanderson is here to help us out.
Should have brought my skates after that intro, Leo.
Absolutely. So Excel is, we've been talking slowly week by week through the different applications in Office. Everybody probably uses Word. If you have Office, that's probably why you have it.
Yeah.
We talked about PowerPoint last week. Now Excel, which is the numbers crunching program.
Yeah, it's the one that I think that most makes people's eyes glaze over.
It's a little scary.
It's a little scary. It's mathematics,
right?
You know, and so not everyone. It has that component that we talked about a little bit in PowerPoint, where you have to deal with graphics files. It's a little out of the ordinary, but you know, you can. By the way, the history of this software goes back to Bricklin and whoever it is back in '79.
Yeah, Bob Frankston. Yeah.
How about that?
Todd and
So that's where it comes from. It was developed about the same time as the old IBM PC, 1980, 79, something like that. Current version is Excel 2003. It's included in Office, of course.
And it's not a lot like VisiCalc.
No.
Oh, boy.
Wow, there are a lot of things.
My spreadsheet is bigger than the whole VisiCalc program was.
Look at this spreadsheet. I've intentionally brought up a dull dishwater. There's really nothing redeeming about that except numbers.
We call this a spreadsheet because that's what accountants call it, but it can be used for so many other
Absolutely.
things.
That's a good point. You can integrate text and pictures, again, into this software.
I know people use it as database. I have a friend who plans dinner parties and arranges people around the table using Excel, which is a little geeky.
Yeah. Well, that is a little.
That's going a little far.
Really. Okay, to get in previous talks, we've been a little bit general. In this case, we'll be pretty specific about how you can save yourself some keystrokes using Excel.
Okay.
Now, particularly in early versions of Excel, which would be 97 and 2000, in order to do a fairly simple thing like add a row or a column, you'd have to go up to Insert and go down and choose add or delete and then select row or column.
Too complicated.
Too complicated. That's 3 keystrokes. The current version of Excel will allow that operation to be done in 2. But let's face it, when you're working with a spreadsheet that has all kinds of numbers and you just want, for example, if you're working with several versions of the same spreadsheet, you don't want your formulas to be changed or moved around. An easy way to do this is to customize the toolbar, and you can put in a little mover right up in the toolbar so you can click on it, okay?
Because I always add rows after the fact. I never get it right the first time.
All right. So here you go. You want to go to View and Toolbars.
Yeah.
Big long list there. So you can add, just by the way, you can add, beg your pardon, look at all those
almost any
tools.
command.
We're not going to do that. We're going to customize the 2 that we have.
Okay.
And you can customize them in all kinds of ways. We'll do one or if you want 2 operations, but let's deal with inserting.
Okay.
All right, that's an easy one to do. So we're going to go down here, Insert. By the way, we're in the Commands tab.
Yep.
Okay. So Toolbars, Customize, and over to Commands, and here we are down to Insert, and we're going to insert some columns.
Okay.
Take this little icon.
We're just going to drag it to the toolbar.
Drag it right up to the toolbar. If you drag it outside of the toolbar, you notice that changes to an X.
Right.
So we want the positive. And there she is.
It's over to the right, guys. Over to the right.
There we go.
Over there. Well, that's neat. So you actually added it to the toolbar.
I did.
So
there it is. Insert columns.
There you go.
Had to go and find it. You know what? We're going to insert a couple.
Let's do it.
1, 2. Darn it. You can do the same thing with rows.
I got to calm down. I'm getting overexcited.
Same idea.
That's
but
cool.
it really is great. I work in my business with different spreadsheets that I have to change from time to time.
I'm always adding columns and rows.
Exactly.
This would be so much nicer, so much easier.
There you go.
Got one more for us?
So one mouse click. Well, the same idea on deleting.
Yeah.
All right. So actually, it's a little bit different. We're going to go to Toolbars again, down to Customize.
Okay.
As I said, you can drag any of these icons up. So, quite an easy thing to do. In this case, you want to go to Edit. I don't know why they did this. They should have just put Delete.
They should have. But what do they call it?
Now, I've had to go to Edit. And I'm going down here to Delete Columns.
Put that right next to Add Columns? Or,
where is the darn thing?
Oh, over here, isn't it?
It is now.
Moved around. Okay, there we go.
Once I close it. Okay,
All
there
right.
we go. And you notice the little arrow out. So we added them.
Oh, look, they're gone.
Look at.
Oh, I love it.
Could be my taxes for last year. Let's delete them.
It's simple, it's easy, and Jim Sanderson can show you how. If you want to know more about this, go to callforhelptv.com. And of course, you can find Jim at the Dominion Business website. That's dominionbusiness.ca. Thanks so much, Jim.
Okay, Leo.
Our office expert. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break, but we will be right back in just a bit with more Call for Help. In fact, we've got a great call coming up in just a bit. I'm going to help somebody out. Stay right here. Very fun. Very cool. I am so happy. I gotta calm down. I'm so happy that we got Call for Help back on the air. It just makes me so happy.
Yeah.
And I thank all of you for all your cards and letters. I mean, that's really what put this show back on.
We're all glad you're happy, Leo.
Oh, shut up, Vac. Vac's not happy because he already had a job. Now he's got 2 jobs for the same pay. That's why Vac's complaining. I didn't have a job, Vac. I was sitting alone on the farm, me and the goats just going, I wish somebody would call me. I think somebody is calling. Let's see what we got on the line, Monica.
I managed to get a hold of your phone, actually. Hello. Oh, hi. This is Eric from Plainville, Connecticut.
Oh, Eric's got my home phone number. Hi, Eric. How are you?
Great. How you doing, Leah?
I'm doing really well. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What can I do for you today?
I'm looking to get a DVD burning program that is similar to DVD Studio Pro, only I don't have a Mac. I have Windows XP Pro.
Yep.
And I'm looking for something that's, cheap, free, but has maybe a lot of the same functionalities that in DVD Studio Pro.
I have to say, one of the nice things about the fact that the Mac comes with iDVD and iMovie is really a selling point for the Mac, because it does a lot of the things people want to do in making their own DVDs. Didn't you have a DVD burner?
Yes, I do.
It didn't come with software?
I think it came with...
Probably came with this.
Like Nero or something like that.
Yeah. I bet it came with this. It's just Sonic's My DVD. I think this is packaged with most DVD ROM drives. Do you have Sonic's My DVD?
No, I don't think I do.
This is probably the least expensive functional program on the PC, at least in my opinion. I mean, I like this program. You don't have to buy the whole studio package. You can just buy the simple My DVD. What do you want to do? You want to have menus?
I wanted to have moving menus, and I wanted to be able to, build, extra chapters, and like do a special features section of a movie I'm doing. Basically, I put together a movie of old 8mm films of my sister growing up. It was for her 41st birthday.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And so I just, I wanted to, do a really, pro job. I actually work in the business, but I do more broadcast work, and I've never gone down the DVD road before.
Well, DVD, it's funny because DVD authoring used to be really a black art. I mean, but until simple programs like this came out, it was impossible. It was just really difficult to do, and now they've really simplified it. One of the reasons I like My DVD, this is the $50 version. You can get the Pro version that has more features, more video editing features, but this has most of the features you want, including menus. It'll import all kinds of video. You can create up to 99 chapter points per clip. You've got sub-menus, automatic menu creation. It has lots of templates. In fact, you could probably find a really cute, kid template for your sister.
Right.
$50. Now, let me ask Andy what he recommends. This is the one, that comes with most DVD burners, so that's the one I'm most familiar with. In fact, I remember when the guys were developing this, they came on the show a couple of times, and it was pretty cool. You got one that you recommend?
Well, I just like to Google on the fly and see what's new, and it looks like there's a new one called from iPhone Edit, the DVD authoring in iPhone Edit.
iPhone Edit, I'm not familiar with
Doom9.org.
D9.org?
Yeah.
This sounds like a free program.
That's what it says. It says it's finally happened. iPhone Edit is the first freeware program to be able to multiplex elementary.
I have to tell you, though, when you start doing stuff like this with freeware, you may regret it. Because, frankly, it's like the GIMP and other free programs. The user interface, is this the one you're talking about?
Yeah. No, that's DVD copy. They make several titles, it appears. But if you go to doom9.org.
All right, let's try Doom9, the number 9?
Yeah.
.org. Oh, there we go. The definitive DVD backup resource, which is this is actually a good site for that kind of thing. And then the download page?
Download, yeah.
All right. Well, there's one that you could try for free, iPhone Edit. Here it is. I haven't tried it, so this is kind of up to you. The other one that a lot of people use is the ULEADs from ULEAD Studios. They have a pretty good DVD package.
Yes, I think I did see a 30-day trial version.
Well, that's the nice thing. Yeah, that's exactly why I was going to recommend this. You can try before you buy. In fact, you could. The truth is, if it's just for this one thing, you might want to just download it. They've always offered free trials, which are great. And I really like ULEAD's stuff.
What about Nero?
Nero does it, and I think you said you had Nero. Is that right, Eric?
Yeah, I think there's just a basic Nero. I don't think it has, like a lot of the functionality.
Yeah, if you have an upgrade,
a big authoring program.
If you have an upgrade coupon that came with your DVD-ROM, Nero's not a bad way to go either. They've incorporated some it's been much more elaborate than it used to be. In fact, in one way, I don't like that because Nero used to be a nice, simple program. Now it's one of those omnibus programs that does everything. I would say this: I would try downloading the ULEAD package since it is free to try for 30 days. And see if it'll do for you what you want to do. I've always liked their stuff. I use Sonic's My DVD, and I've been very happy with that. It's only $50. Try this IFO edit. We'll put all of these in the show notes so that you can try them all, because that's free. And then maybe see if you're not happy with any of those, if you can upgrade Nero to get the full DVD burning features of that.
Yeah, maybe I'll try that.
There's some choices for you, Eric.
Okay.
And your sister's a lucky woman. That's really a nice thing to do. Well, how'd you get the Super 8 movies onto the hard drive?
I have a Sony mini DV camera with FireWire, and I hooked it up. I have Avid Express DV Pro at home.
Oh, you are a pro. All right.
And so I just
you shot it on a screen.
I played the movies back through the projector, and I just shot the screen. Clever. And I get pretty good quality out of it too.
Frankly, that's all they do really in a service bureau. They use a box with mirrors. They play the movie and they shoot it on video. So it's not so very different. Hey, Eric, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Take care. I would say try that Uli product. Have you used any of their products? I've been very happy with their product, and they all have 30-day free trials. Which
I always get them in the boxes, and I never install them.
Oh, try it. You'll like it. Andrew, come on.
Too much junk on my machine.
I know the feeling. Hey, here's our quiz question of the day. We're going to give you one more chance to cogitate and then qualitate and then exculpate by going to our website, callforhelptv.com, and answering this question. What does NTSC stand for crying out loud? Northern Telecom Standards Committee, never twice the same color, the National Television System Committee, or New Television Stereo Commission? Go to the website, give us your answer. We'll talk about it when Call for Help continues. Before the break, we asked you what NTSC stands for. It's something we deal with in television all the time. In fact, television engineers like to say it stands for never twice the same color, but it's really, of course, the National Television System Committee. One of 3 different systems used for broadcast television in the world. There's CCAM and PAL. But we use PAL in the Philippines, I think.
Yep, it's Asia.
Is that right, PAL? Yeah.
Or is that's Europe. CCAM is Asia.
CCAM?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll find out.
Speaking of Monica, it's time for her to show us more ways to mess with Firefox.
Yeah, well, since I featured an Internet Explorer extension earlier, figured I'll feature extensions for Firefox.
Firefox is my favorite browser. I use it in lieu of Internet Explorer because it doesn't give me pop-ups. It doesn't give me browser hijacking. It's got tabbed browsing. Once you get used to tabbed browsing, it's hard to turn
Speaking
back.
of tab browsing, that's one of the extensions I'm featuring.
Well, let's take a look.
So what tab browsing does is, first of all, you can access your extensions and your themes using your tools menu. Okay. So the tab browser extension, actually, you can add a tab
menu. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
My goodness, what does it do? Nothing. Oh.
It lists you all the things you can do with your tabs.
Holy camole. Oh, I've got... See, I'm a big tab junkie. That's great.
Yeah. And actually, what I found really helpful with this extension is during my research for the show, I always have to go back to one homepage where I put in my notes. Right? So...
you got that homepage?
You can rename that.
Yeah.
You can
actually rename the tab?
Yeah, you can rename the tab, set label.
Oh, I'm downloading this extension. That's
awesome. Call for help. Call for help.
Okay. That doesn't rename the bookmark, just the tab.
Just a tab.
Yeah, that's cool.
And anyway, there we go. That's for the second extension.
Okay.
And another thing is when you're loading the page, it kind of shows you a little thing. Oh, I think I lost it.
What happened?
I lost my
What
other
happened?
page.
You lost the Doom page?
Yeah. Anyway, you can also color your tab too, so it's easy to find.
Now, can you save all these customizations so you don't have to do them each time you create? You can save them as a tab set that has colors and names and all that stuff?
You can, bookmark this group of tabs right there.
Very cool.
Yeah, so it's a really neat feature. And then another extension I'm going to feature is called Flash Block.
Flash Block.
And what happens...
I saw that because you went to that Doom site and all the Flash was not doing its thing.
Yeah,
I thought,
there we
haven't
go.
downloaded it yet.
We'll go to the Doom site.
This is a heavy Flash.
See, that's what ends up happening. And
now,
you'll
why
actually
would you
have to
want to do
click
that?
on. Well, certain pages you end up opening, and you've got all sorts of animation. It gets really annoying, and it's in your face, and so
plus it's big. It can take time to load. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So there's
Flash Block.
There you go. So that's a neat little extension that I've found really, really helpful.
Got one more for us?
I'm going to show you a theme, actually.
Ooh,
Let's go to
the
theme.
themes, yes.
My theme of the day for Firefox is Doodle.
Yeah. Doodle, doodle, doodle.
By David Naylor.
Oh, it's all hand-drawn.
Yeah, it's so cute. Look at that.
That's really cute.
All right,
If you want more of Mon's extensions, just go to the, and I'm not talking about her hair, go to the website, callforhelptv.com. You don't have extensions.
No, I don't.
That's the real deal.
I should have worn some today.
Oh, it would have been perfect.
Like extension day
Mon's
today.
extensions. Hey, let's get another caller on. I think we have time for a couple more.
Yes, we do.
Hurry.
Yeah, okay. We've got John from Lindsay, Ontario.
Oh, John from Lindsay. Hello, John. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Leo. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Excellent. Glad to see Call for Help's coming back.
Oh, so you and me both. Hey, there he is right behind me. Oh, you look like you're in a lab of some sort. Are you a system administrator? What do you do?
Oh, well, this is my own home system here, but I am in the tech business, yes.
You're just a big fat geek.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. What is this, a big screen TV and a stereo system and all sorts of stuff back there?
You got it.
I love spying on people. That's the main reason we make you do a netcam. So
the new set looks great.
Yeah. Do you like it?
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. I mean, we got to junk it up a little bit. We're still new in here. We got to kind of, put some of our personal touches on it.
My set's messy already.
Yours is already messy, Andy. So what can I do for you today?
Well, I've been downloading some newer applications off the internet, and I've noticed that some of them now require .NET Framework 1.1 to actually install.
Right.
And I'm wondering, what does the .NET Framework do, and why do I now need it to install applications?
Well, it's the future of Windows, my friend. It's where everything is going in Windows. It's an application development framework that gives software developers some really new, great tools. A new language called C# that is as secure as Java. It's web-oriented, internet-oriented, so you can write distributed objects that run over the network. And what's happening is, remember in the old days you'd have to download the Visual Basic runtime to run Visual Basic programs?
Yep, I do remember that.
Now you've got to download the .NET. It's in effect a runtime, .NET libraries. And they're bigger than the VB runtime. They can be fairly large. Eventually, I think Microsoft will start rolling it into Windows. It'll be part of Windows. But it isn't yet because not all applications require it. It's one of those things you can download from Windows Update. And I wouldn't do it until a program says, I need it, and then do it. A lot of programs do, especially network-oriented programs, things like news readers, RSS readers, stuff like that.
Now, does it update the actual installer as well? I've noticed that most of these programs that use .NET, they don't use the normal install field
that's
wizard.
right. Because they're developed in the new .NET environment, which has its own installer.
Oh, okay.
So it's just, all Windows applications are going to move to .NET. .NET is actually very exciting. It's not just for Windows. In fact, there's a .NET for Linux. It was written by the guy, Manuel Icaza, who did KDE, has written a .NET for Linux as well. .NET is cross-platform. Microsoft owns it, but they've promised to make it an open standard. I think it really is the future of network-centric computing. So, yeah, it's fine to get it. Doesn't hurt anything. Eventually, you're going to have to.
Good to know.
All right. Hey, thanks for the call, John. I appreciate it. I like your set, too. Take care. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back. I think we have a call from Mexico coming up. You want to do it now? No, we'll take a break. We'll come back and we'll do it in just a bit. You stay right here. Welcome back to Call for Help. Leo Laporte here, and I think we have time, gang, for one more call. From, where is it? Is this really from Mexico?
Yeah, we've got Raphael from Mexico City.
Oh, please. Hi, Raphael. How are you?
Hi, Leo. Fine. How are you?
We're very well. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Congratulations on this new stage.
Oh, I'm so excited about it. And we are trying also to sell the show into Mexico, so I hope we can get it on the air for you down there as well.
We hope that too.
You used to watch, I think we've talked before, have we?
I don't think so.
No, all right, because we've had a number of callers from Mexico City, and I know we had a lot of viewers in Mexico in general. So I'm glad to have you. What can we do for you, Raphael?
Well, I do have I am following all your advices for a long time, and I have a PowerBook, 17 inches PowerBook.
Yeah.
With the wireless card, the internal one.
Yes.
And I wonder if there's something I can do to improve the reception.
Now, that's interesting. Now, one of the problems in the early days of the PowerBooks, the titanium PowerBooks, was Apple was having bad reception on them because the card wasn't getting through the titanium. So on your 17-inch and the new 12 inches and the new 15-inch PowerBooks, they have, and you probably noticed this on the side, this kind of plastic area there that's really for the antenna so that you can get out. And it was my understanding that all of the new PowerBooks are getting pretty good Wi-Fi range. Where's your base station? How far away is it?
Like 8 meters away.
Well, that's not far at all. How many bars are you getting?
4.
Well, that's not too bad. 4 means almost all the way.
Is it behind a wall?
Is it behind? Yeah. Is it behind a wall or somewhere in the house elsewhere?
There's just one wall, yes, and I have the Dr. Bot antenna also connected to the base station.
Oh, you have the Dr. Bot's extender. That's kind of like this one here that we had a couple of weeks ago on the call for help. I'm wondering if in that wall there's any metal. Is it an older home?
Yeah, it's an old building, yes.
Yeah. A lot of times metal is the thing that's really the most deleterious to your Wi-Fi signal. Frankly, I think the fact that you're getting through a wall, even if it's only 8 meters away, and you're getting 4 bars is not bad, Raphael. It's not bad at all. The Dr. Bots helps a little bit, but it's not going to help a huge amount. I mean, if you really wanted to help, you'd drill a hole in the wall, put the wire through the wall, and put the Dr. Bots on the other side of the wall. Then you'd get 5 bars easy.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to do that.
You could probably knock a bar off for every wall that's in between you and it.
I would say that's probably true. It's not just distance; it's what's in between.
It's in between too, and if it's made of metal or brick or anything like that, forget it.
Yeah. Metal is the kiss of death for Wi-Fi, especially because you're using G. You're using 802.11g, which now Andy and I kind of talked back and forth. He thought that was. Your experience has been that it gives you more distance.
Right, so when because G is faster, it's double or triple the speed of B.
My experience is it's not quite as strong as B was. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, just because when G goes to fair, you get more bandwidth. That was
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. So how's your bandwidth, Raphael? Is it pretty fast?
Yeah, it is fast.
Yeah, so you're okay.
Very fast.
Well, let's not complain then. Hey, Raphael, it's so great to have you call in, and I hope that very soon we can get you a video too, so that you can watch the show. And just call your local cable company or a television channel and say, hey, call for help's available.
I will do that.
Thank you, Raphael. It's great to talk to you.
Thank you. Congratulations again.
Adios. Bye-bye. See you later. Hey, this is fun.
That's great.
Here we are in Canada. I'm an American. I don't know what I'm doing here. And then we got somebody from Mexico. We got the it's international.
It's the whole NAFTA thing.
Isn't it? It's NAFTA.
Yeah.
It's fun. Yeah, I'm legal too. I got a work permit and everything when I come in.
Oh, good.
I got one of the big documents.
Now you are.
No, it's fun. It's actually fun. You got the boom boom. They stamp the passport. They give you the thing. I'm legal now. I love that. Hey, we want to remind you, it's great to get your calls, no matter where you're calling from. We'd love to hear from you. It's easy to get on the show. Just go to callforhelptv.com. That's our new website, callforhelptv.com. Click on Ask a Question, and you'll fill out that form. That's where we get our questions. That's where we get our callers, and we'd love to hear from you.
And use IE Spell to spell check your question.
A free file a day, even though you couldn't see it. It was good. I was watching. It was good. On behalf of Monica Latanwa and Andy Walker, I'm Leo Laporte. It's been so great. Thank you so much for joining us. Please come back again and see us sometime. Remember, if you've got a problem with your personal confuser, you don't whine, you don't moan, you don't yell.
Party on, dude!
Party on, dude! We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Yeah. You should take your phone out.
Oh, my God, it's my wife.